To see someone's true character, pay attention to just two things. Carl Jung. Picture this. You're about to hire someone for your team. Their resume is perfect. The interview went smoothly, but something feels off. You can't put your finger on it. What if I told you that Carl Jung, one of history's greatest psychologists, discovered that you only need to pay attention to two specific things to see someone's true character, and these aren't what you think they are? By the end of this video, you'll have a psychological superpower that will transform how you read people in relationships, business, and everyday life. But first, let me share a story that will blow your mind. In 1913, Carl Jung was treating a wealthy businessman who seemed like the perfect gentleman. Charming, articulate, successful. But Jung noticed something others missed. During their sessions, Jung observed two very specific behaviors that revealed this man's true nature. Within months, this perfect gentleman was exposed in a massive fraud scandal that destroyed hundreds of lives. Jung wasn't surprised. He had seen the warning signs that everyone else ignored. Jung spent the next 40 years refining his understanding of human character, and what he discovered will change how you see everyone around you. The two things Jung identified aren't about what people say or how they present themselves. They're about something much deeper. Before we dive in, smash that like button if you're ready to unlock this psychological insight, and subscribe for more life-changing psychology content. Section 1, the first thing, how people treat those who can't help them. The first thing Jung observed was revolutionary for its time. How someone treats people who can't do anything for them reveals their true character. Not their boss, not their clients, not people they want to impress. I'm talking about waiters, janitors, store clerks, subordinates, and yes, even animals. Jung called this the shadow test. When people think no one important is watching, their shadow self emerges. Real-world examples. Let me give you some modern examples that prove Jung's point. Example 1. The restaurant test. I once went to dinner with a potential business partner. He was charming with me, but when the waiter accidentally brought the wrong order, his entire demeanor changed. He became condescending, dismissive, almost cruel. That told me everything. We never did business together, and later I learned he had a reputation for mistreating employees. Example 2. The elevator moment. A CEO, i.e., No always makes it a point to speak to the building's security guard and cleaning staff. He knows their names, asks about their families. His company has the lowest turnover rate in their industry. Coincidence? Jung would say no. Example 3. The social media shadow today. Jung would probably look at how people treat others in comment sections or online forums where they feel anonymous. The mask comes off completely. The psychology behind it. But why does this work? Jung understood that when we're trying to impress someone, we activate what he called our persona, our public mask. But with people who can't benefit us, we relax this mask. Our true attitudes about power, respect, and human dignity emerge. It reveals 3 crucial character traits. 1. Empathy levels. Do they see others as fully human? 2. Power dynamics. How do they handle having power over others? 3. Authentic values. What they do when no one important is watching. Jung wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. But some people only want transformation from those who can elevate them." Modern research support. Modern psychology backs this up completely. Studies show that people who are rude to service workers are 3x more likely to engage in workplace bullying. Leaders who showed genuine respect to all levels of employees have teams with 40% better performance. Individuals who display kindness without expectation of reward show higher emotional intelligence scores. The waiter rule has become so recognized that many executives now specifically observe how job candidates treat reception staff. Action steps for viewers. Here's how to apply this immediately. When evaluating others, watch how they interact with service workers. Notice their tone with people who can't advance their goals. Observe their patience with interruptions from unimportant people. For self-reflection, how do you treat the barista when you're running late? What's your tone with telemarketers or cold callers? How do you speak to family members who depend on you? Remember, character isn't what we do when we're trying to impress. It's what we do when we think it doesn't matter. Section 2. The second thing, how people react under pressure. The second thing Jung observed was even more revealing. How people react when they're under genuine pressure or facing adversity. Not manufactured drama or minor inconveniences, but real pressure that strips away all pretense. Jung discovered that stress acts like a truth serum. Under pressure, our carefully constructed personas crumble, and what emerges is our core character. He studied this in patients, colleagues, and even himself during his own psychological breakdown. The neuroscience of pressure. Modern neuroscience explains exactly why Jung was right. When we're under significant stress, the prefrontal cortex, our rational, socially aware brain, goes offline. The limbic system, our emotional, instinctive brain, takes over. Cortisol floods the system, making it nearly impossible to maintain facades. Essentially, pressure forces us to reveal who we are at our core, because we don't have the mental resources to pretend anymore. It's like psychological X-ray vision. Categories of pressure responses. Jung identified several character types based on pressure responses. The blamer, victim mentality. When things go wrong, they immediately look for someone else to fault. They never take responsibility. Example, a manager whose project fails and immediately throws their team under the bus. The fighter, resilient character. They assess the situation, take responsibility, and focus on solutions. Example, an entrepreneur whose startup fails, who analyzes what went wrong, learns from it, and starts planning their next venture. The collapser, fragile ego. They completely shut down or have emotional outbursts. They can't handle their self-image being threatened. Example, someone who screams at customer service when their flight is canceled. The adapter, mature character. They remain calm, adjust their approach, and find ways to work within new constraints. Example, a parent who loses their job but immediately starts networking and adjusting the family budget. The authentic responder. They show genuine emotion but channel it constructively. They might be upset, but they don't take it out on others or make it worse. Real-life pressure tests. Let me share some real scenarios where pressure revealed true character. The pandemic test. COVID-19 was a global pressure test. Some people hoarded supplies and ignored safety protocols. Others checked on elderly neighbors and volunteered at food banks. Same pressure, completely different character responses. The failure test. I watched two business partners handle their company's bankruptcy. One spent months in denial and blame. The other immediately started calling creditors, being transparent and planning how to make things right. Guess which one rebuilt successfully? The success test. Interestingly, sudden success is also pressure. Some people become arrogant and forget where they came from. Others become more generous and grateful. Success doesn't change people, it reveals them. Section 3. The Jung Method, Practical Application. Now let's put both elements together into what I call the Jung Method for character assessment. Step 1. The service test. Observe how they treat people in service positions over multiple interactions. One-off bad days happen to everyone, but patterns reveal character. Step 2. The pressure point. Notice their response to genuine adversity, missed promotions, relationship problems, financial stress, health issues. Step 3. The consistency check. True. Character shows consistency across both situations. Someone who's kind to waiters, but crumbles under pressure might be nice but not reliable. Someone who handles pressure well but treats service workers poorly might be capable but not trustworthy. Dating and relationships. This is crucial for dating and relationships. Red flags to watch. Rude to your waiter on dates. Road rage or aggressive behavior in traffic. how they talk about ex-partners during stressful times, their reaction when plans change or things go wrong, green flags to look for, consistent kindness to strangers, grace under pressure, taking responsibility during conflicts, supporting others even when stressed themselves. I've seen marriages saved because someone noticed these patterns early, and I've seen marriages that could have been avoided if people had paid attention to Jung's two factors, business and career applications. In professional settings, this becomes your superpower. For hiring, include service workers in the interview process. Create minor stress tests, not cruel ones, but realistic pressure. Check references about how they handle difficult situations. For partnerships, observe them in challenging negotiations. Notice how they treat support staff. See their reaction to setbacks or criticism. For leadership, leaders who pass both tests create psychological safety, inspire loyalty, and build sustainable success. Those who fail create toxic environments and high turnover. Self-assessment. Most importantly, use this on yourself. Questions for self-reflection. How do I treat people when I'm stressed? Do I maintain respect for others regardless of their position? What does my reaction to adversity say about my character? Am I the same person in public and private? Remember, character isn't fixed. Jung believed in growth and integration. The goal isn't judgment, it's awareness and improvement. Section 4. Common misconceptions and deeper insights. What this isn't about. Before we wrap up, let's clear up some misconceptions. This isn't about judging people for having bad days, expecting perfection under pressure, ignoring context and circumstances, using this to manipulate or control others. It is about recognizing patterns and understanding core character traits that predict long-term behavior. Jung's deeper insight was about shadow integration. The idea that healthy individuals acknowledge their darker impulses but choose not to act on them. The most trustworthy people aren't those who claim to never feel angry or frustrated. They're those who feel these emotions, but channel them constructively. Look for people who can admit their flaws and work on them, not those who pretend they're perfect. Cultural and contextual considerations. Remember to consider cultural differences in expressing stress or hierarchy, individual circumstances and trauma histories, the difference between temporary states and consistent patterns, your own biases and projections. Jung emphasized that true wisdom comes from understanding both yourself and others with compassion. Let's recap Jung's profound insight. The two things that reveal true character. 1. How people treat those who can't help them. 2. How people react under genuine pressure. These reveal empathy, integrity, resilience, and authentic values, the core components of character that determine how someone will treat you in the long run. Remember that businessman from the beginning? Jung's ability to see his true character through these two lenses didn't just save Jung from a bad professional relationship. It protected countless others. Jung warned away from this person. This isn't about becoming cynical or judgmental. It's about developing discernment that protects you and helps you invest your time and energy in people of genuine character. Your turn. Start observing these two things in everyone around you for the next week. You'll be amazed at what you discover. If this changed how you see people, smash that like button and subscribe. For more psychology, insights that can transform your life, comment below, what's the most revealing moment of someone's character you've ever witnessed? And don't forget to check out my video on Jung's concept of the shadow self. The link is in the description. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, keep growing and stay aware.